Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Ree and I make fashion and lifestyle videos. So for today's video, I wanted to talk about some tips and tricks on how to make you look expensive. How to make you look like you got involved in Bitcoin early. Like you've been investing long term. Like you have a trust fund. Like you got that bank. Am I making sense? Just a few tips on how to make you look a little bit more elevated. The first tip I have for you guys is something that could go over a lot of people's heads or just be overlooked, and that is confidence. And I think it's so important because if you don't feel good about yourself, about how you look or in your own skin, you're going to portray that to the whole world, and the whole world can just smell that on you, that you don't have any confidence in yourself. It's just so attractive when somebody feels confident in their skin. Like you can really see that their posture is really lovely. They're standing up tall, they're looking you in your eye, they're giving you that lovely eye contact, they're kind, all those good things, and that's because they like who they are. So that would be the first tip, and also the most important tip is just feel good in your skin. And if you don't, then do that necessary work to feel that. Okay, my second tip would be nails done. Get your nails done. There's nothing worse than the chipped nails, the nails that have grown out. If you have like acrylic nails or anything like that, and like some of them are missing. We've all been there, so I'm definitely not throwing shade. My nails looked terrible during the pandemic. Like I was talking to people like this because I didn't want them to see my nails. But now I feel like, you know, when your nails are done, you just all of a sudden are just like speaking more with your hands. You're just like, any excuse to just show your hands a little bit more, because you always use your hands when you're speaking, and when you're paying, everybody sees your nails. So it also doesn't need to be the traditional colors like the pinky nudie colors or the reds. Those are the colors that I tend to lean towards, but it could be any fun color, any designs. I love the nail art that we're seeing. I just haven't really dove into it yet, but I really like that. So you still always want to show your personality, your style, but just having your nails done, great tip. Okay, tip number 3 would be teeth whitening. And that may be a little bit controversial. It's like, I don't need to do that. And like, okay, cool. Like you don't need to do any of these tips 100%. If you feel good, feel good. But I do believe also, living in a Western society, when your teeth are white, it just looks more elevated. It looks cleaner. It looks like you're just taking that extra time, and it just looks better. Let's be very honest. Your teeth don't look good when they have a lot of stains on them or they're yellow, and that happens a lot when you're drinking wine, if you're smoking, if you're eating a lot, right? Food stains your teeth. But just using just your regular white strips or getting them professionally whitened, or you can also use more natural alternatives and the charcoal, like teeth whitening, even toothpaste. So it doesn't have to be something that's going to damage your teeth, because I know a lot of people have sensitive teeth, but white teeth look better, let's be honest. Okay, my next tip would be to lint roll your items. This is especially important when you're wearing black. Also, if you have a dog or anything, like their fur could get onto your clothes. But when you're wearing black, there's nothing more sleek than having an all black outfit, in my opinion. I just think it hits so good every time. But if you have a bunch of lint on your all black outfit, it's just like, girl or boy, you know, like, what are you doing? Like, just get that lint roller, take care of that. Also, the dollar store even has the mini lint roller, so you can keep it in your bag and just lint roll. Also, to just steam your clothing. Like, just take that extra moment the night before or the morning of and just go over your clothes, just steam them a little bit. Like if you have that classic white shirt and it's wrinkled, it doesn't look that great. It would look better if it's freshly pressed, freshly steamed, and it just looks newer, crisper, fresher. It finishes it off perfectly. But if it's a wrinkly top, or your top has stains on it, or that lint, you can have such a gorgeous outfit, but those details people notice, and that's what brings your outfit from to, ooh, I see that, I like that, I want that. Okay, that brings me to my next point, which is buying quality over quantity. I have recently said in a recent video, my last Zara haul, was that I am no longer going to do Zara hauls anymore. That doesn't mean I'm not going to ever buy from Zara again, because that's not the truth. I am, but I'm not going to buy in bulk anymore. So I will buy something if I really see it and it's great and I know it's going to work perfectly in my wardrobe. I decided to just take a bit more time, a bit more care, and instead of adding in, I don't know, like 30 pieces each year or 50 pieces, I was adding in so many pieces into my wardrobe each year, and then I was taking them out, adding them in, taking them out. So I decided to just be more mindful and really, really concentrate on quality over quantity, and just play around with my closet, have a little bit of fun, and create that capsule wardrobe. So that's what I'm really concentrating on, and I just know it's going to be so beneficial in the long run, because I'm going to be so in love, like deeply in love with every piece that I have. And when you buy cheaper and you're just always in, trying to get like 50 things in a panic because the seasons have changed, you're going to see that really soon those clothes don't fit that well. They don't fit that well, they don't look that well, they don't wash that well. And then when that season comes back around the next year, you're giving that to charity, or trying to give it to a friend, because you're just like, oh, this is not so good. And when you add all of that up that you spent, you're like, whoa, I could have bought like 5 incredible pieces instead of maybe I bought like 30 pieces over the last, you know what I mean. Okay, my next tip on how to look expensive would be accessories. Accessories just really finish off the look, and it just brings life and personality to an outfit. So I am definitely a ring girl. I love my rings. I want to like continue to add to my collection, but I have this M ring here. I have a little stack here, and then a lovely ruby ring. I don't know if you can see. A lovely ruby ring for my birthday, because my birthday's in July. And then I also have this little watch. I usually wear some necklaces, some stack of necklaces, and then typically I'll wear earrings, but I haven't worn them very recently. But yeah, I just believe that accessories just add that cherry on top to your outfit and just gives it a little bit more personality and just brings the outfit together. So that would definitely make you look expensive. You also don't need to buy so expensive. Mejuri, for example, has really lovely affordable pieces. There's also some lovely independent brands that you guys can find. There's one in Toronto called Kuchara, and they have lovely pieces. It's also a woman of color run business, so that's really incredible. And yeah, accessories are everything. Oh, also, when speaking about accessories, you can also add belts into that category, obviously, with accentuating your waist, with just adding a little bit more interest, a little bit of flair to your outfit. So belts are a must, I think, too. You don't need a whole bunch of belts, but find yourself a lovely just black belt with gold hardware. Or if you're more of a silver girl, then find that. Just have a lovely staple belt. Okay, so I touched upon this in one of my videos. I did my favorite denim for taller women. And yeah, I love this topic because you can tell a lot about somebody depending on what denim they choose to wear. Some people think it's shoes. You could tell a lot about the shoes, but I personally think it's denim, because there's so much that goes into what denim you choose. There's the wash, there's the cut, there's the fit, there's so much that goes into it. So I love good denim, and I definitely think good denim is worth investing in. And again, that doesn't mean that you need to buy the Goldie, there's so many, what is it called? The Margiela, I love those jeans. But that doesn't mean you need to spend hundreds of dollars on jeans. Just find jeans that have mostly cotton, so not so much spandex, because again, we're not wearing leggings here, we're wearing denim, and you want to just find a fit that works for you. Something, it doesn't have to be the trendiest, like right now it's like the baggy jeans. So just find a jean that works for your body type, that you feel great in, that your booty looks good in, And yeah, you know, don't have your booty crack hanging out. Don't have it too short, like you look like you're wearing capris. The wash, try to find a really lovely, just like natural wash, a beautiful blue. Denim is everything, but I could talk about denim forever. But get yourself some great denim, because that could be the make or break of an outfit. And people, I'm telling you, people can tell when your denim is cheap, because it shows. Clean shoes. Clean shoes. Take that time. Guys, we're going into the fall winter months. We're not even going into, it's basically winter here in Toronto, but we are approaching cold weather. And that's when you bring out your boots. Make sure those boots are conditioned. Make sure that you're cleaning them, so because salt loves to ruin our shoes. Salt ruins them. But you don't be walking out with your salt stained shoes and just being like, I feel good. Everything looks good on you, but you have your shoes, you didn't even clean them from last year. And so now, like, you know, when before the snow even falls on the ground, you see people coming out with their boots with their salt stains. It's just like, that's not even from like yesterday or anything. Like, that was from last year. Like, just clean your shoes. And I think that is just going to really just, again, bring the outfit together. This is all about bringing that outfit together. My next tip, and I find this extremely important, is to tailor your pieces. What I'm learning is that your piece from the store doesn't need to fit you perfectly. Let's say it's a pair of pants and they're too long. You're not going to be like, oh, well, they fit everywhere perfectly, but they're too long, so let me just put them back. It's like, no, you could go and you can tailor them to fit you exact. And that's when you get that lovely custom look. If the pants fit everywhere but your waist, go and take in that waist, you know? I've been learning this recently because I've been just sticking to my size. I've gone up a few sizes over the past few years, and I've been I haven't even realized, but I've just been like so concentrated on what size. I'm just like, okay, this is my size, let me take it home. And it's like, imagine if I went up 1 or 2 sizes and I just adjusted little things. Like, that would have just gave a more custom look and just a way better fit, and I would have felt more confident in it, rather than it just kind of being a little bit too tight in certain places. And it's just like, it doesn't give that perfect, elevated, expensive look. Because the people with money, well, not all. We can all think of some people that don't know how to dress and they have some money in the bank. But the people with style and with the money, that, you know, that expensive look that you're like, ooh, how much money does she have in her bank account, or he have in his bank account? You're going to be that person. Take these tips. You're going to be that person, and we're going to be those people together. No, we're going to be those people. Okay, so everybody loves a little bit of luxury. I know I do. I love some luxury. But if you are not willing or able to spend, but you want to dive into that a little bit, that luxury space, I would suggest starting with small leather goods. Small leather goods are great because they are more on the affordable side, and they're the products that you use typically every day, like your wallet, your phone case, maybe your little travel pouch, like those little things that you use every day. And if you get them like designer, I personally love the Louis Vuitton little small leather goods. I prefer them to even their handbags because they're just so cute. So those are the little lovely pieces of luxury that you can bring into your life. I think some of the Louis Vuitton items, small leather goods, can be around the $200-300 mark starting, maybe 300 marks starting. So it's something that you can ask for maybe for Christmas, for your birthday, or you can save up on your own, and it's not going to kill you. Like, maybe instead of buying a Chanel double flat for $11,000, you're buying a Chanel card holder for maybe $400 or $500, and you still get that special feeling every time you look at it. And you're going to be using your card holder way more than you would the double flap handbag. I'm saying it because I know. Okay, finishing up on just the whole outfit look. If you're struggling finding outfits, finding your style, finding how to dress for yourself, I would suggest doing tonal outfits. That is just such a great way to dress when you don't really know what you're doing. Just dress in tonal colors. That doesn't even mean you have to do your creamy colors all together or your neutrals all together, even though that just, ooh, it just looks so good and it's so easy. Like, we all have neutral colors in our wardrobe, so just pile those together and just wear it as a look. But you can also do that with other colors. You could do it with your greens. You could do it with your reds. You could do it with your pinks. You can do it with so many different colors. Even like black, if you want to just wear that one shade of black, then that's just such a good look. Wearing the same tone of color and the same family all together, it just, you stand out. You stand out in the best way because it just looks so good and it looks effortless. It looks like you haven't tried, but I'm telling you, you're gonna see heads turning. That's what we want. We want to break some necks. Am I right? Okay, my next tip would be makeup. Makeup, again, all of these things are just going to bring the look to just like elevate, bring it a little bit more up. Okay, next up would be makeup. Again, this just adds those finishing touches to your whole look, how you present yourself every day. And remembering a few key things while doing your makeup is just going to change the game completely. And that's making sure your foundation color matches your neck, or closely. Obviously, makeup is always going to look like you have makeup on, but just making sure you blend it all in. It's the same color as the rest of your body. You're not doing it too dark or too light. And you know, our skin changes depending on weather too. So mixing the shades, or having a winter shade and a summer shade, and when it's fall, you mix the colors. Like, everybody has to do that. So keeping that in mind. Also, making sure that your lips are moisturized when you put on like a bold lip. Making sure your lips are lined and they're moisturized, so then it doesn't have that cracking look. Like, we all have, you know, we all know what we're talking about. We've all been there. But just like having those things in mind when you're doing your makeup, making sure your highlight is not crazy and everything's just blended and it looks seamless. So it doesn't always have to be such a natural look for you to look expensive. I love very bold looks. I love when you see the eyeshadow looks or the eyeliner looks and it just is beautifully detailed. Like, makeup is an art, and so have fun with it and just make sure your personality shines through, but keeping those things in mind, like your foundation colors, your lips are moisturized, your mascara is not like running down or anything like that. Keeping those things in mind are going to help just keep you looking like you have money. Next up is fragrance. Fragrance is not really going to help you look expensive, but it's going to make you smell expensive. And when you have a scent associated with you, it just is so good. I have one friend in particular. Okay guys, so sorry about that. My camera died, but I am back. So yes, I was speaking about fragrance, and I think fragrance just really evokes a lot of different feelings, and you can play around with your scent depending on maybe your outfit or how you want to feel that day or night. You can get a more woody, deeper, sexier scent. You could get something a little bit more natural, maybe kind of powdery, floral, fruity. There's so many different scents to play around with. With my friend, when I smell her, it just like brings me back. I just know it's her, and it just makes me feel more comfortable. It just smells so good because it just evokes different emotions. And my boyfriend, for example, when he puts on his cologne, immediately I'm just more drawn to him, and I'm like, ooh, because it just smells so good. It just like makes me want to hug him and kiss him. So I feel like scent is something that's oftentimes overlooked because you can't see it, but it's one of our senses, right? So you can't see it, but you can definitely smell it, and you want to smell good and not bad. Okay, so for my last tip, that is moisturizing. I know, moisturizing. Look expensive, like you don't get it. But when you are well moisturized, like when your skin is just glowing, it's moisturized, you have a nice rich balm, or like deep, you know, body conditioner or anything like that. Your body is nicely scrubbed. It's not like dry and flaky. it looks so expensive, especially when you have a top or a dress on, or if you have shoes on that's showing your ankles and like, you know, your ankles aren't moisturized. The bottom of your foot is cracking. Like, you can have the loveliest outfit, your nails could be done, but if your heel is cracking, you're not going to look expensive. And those are the minor details that again finish off the look. So yeah, even if you're not wearing open toe shoes, just having your hands lovely and moisturized, your legs if you're wearing a dress, your arms if you have an off shoulder top and your skin is just like glowing and it's just like nourished. When you look at somebody and their skin is just glowing, and not just their face but their whole body, it just feels hydrated, nourished, moisturized. Like, get that cocoa butter out and just like lotion that body and watch it glisten and just look rich and radiant. So that is definitely going to be my last tip on how to look expensive. It's just moisturizing your freaking skin, making sure you're not dry and crusty and cracking. Okay guys, thank you so much for listening to these tips. Please let me know down below if you guys have any more tips on how to look expensive down below, and I will see you guys next week. Just wishing you guys all a great week as always, and see you then. Bye guys.